In today's tutorial, let's learn how to do the scarf, and this is part of the Cozy Posy set, which is the perfect gift tutorial series. This is week number 3, the final week, and I'll show you how to do the scarf. We've also done the flower already, and you can find that right here on YouTube. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com. In today's tutorial, this is the Cozy Posy set. This is week number 3 of the Crochet Along. This is the perfect gift series, and this is week number 3. So it is the scarf. We are using Karen's Simply Soft Ombre for this. We've already done the flower, and it's available right here on YouTube, and it again is part of this particular series. This is a repetitive pattern for the scarf. It goes really quickly. You'll need a size H 5mm crochet hook. Now the flower is attached to the base. That's completely optional if you want to do the flower, and you'll just want to be very mindful that when you're going to attach it on the back that you stay toward the outside of the flower to prevent the flower from wanting to collapse. If you just secure it in the middle, the whole thing might just flop on over. So without further ado, let's just review the instructions, and then we'll get on with showing you how to work this particular scarf. So here are the instructions, and you can see here it's quite easy, and we've already done the headband and the flower, and today is the scarf. So when we go to look at the instructions, go to page number 3, and the scarf instructions are on page number 2. See how many instructions are just this and this. Very quick and easy. And when we go to look at the diagram itself, which is page number 3, you'll see that it's just a repetitive pattern of just these kind of like shell work going on. We've already done it in the headband, so if you've already done your headband, this is exactly the same, but it is a wider scarf other than the headband. So without further ado, let's grab up our yarn, and I'll show you how to work this. You will notice that there are 2 sets of instructions. Once we get started, let's ignore level 1. Go to number 2 and 3. The only difference between 2 and 3 is that you'll see that these shells kind of shift. So they shift kind of diagonally up. So on row number 2 you'll see 2 full shells here, and then a half and half, and then in number 3 you'll see 3 full shells. This is just a repeat pattern thing. This is not the entire width of your scarf. This is just a representation on how the stitches are working up. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's begin with a slip knot using a 5mm size H crochet hook today. It says in the instructions we need to chain 32, and so you just have to chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go all the way to 32 and meet me back here in just a moment. To begin row number 1, we're going to skip to the second chain from the hook. So there's 1 and 2, and go to there and single crochet. So we're going to start our repeat pattern. So we want to skip the next 2 and go to the third for a double crochet into that chain, but we're going to keep that chain out because we need to keep working on it. So we're going to double crochet first. We're going to chain 2, double crochet again into that same chain, okay, chain 2, and double crochet into that same chain, just like that. Okay, so that's all happened in that second chain. We want to then skip over 2, so go over 2 in the line. So 1, and I'm just looking for it here, 1 and 2. Go to the third one over and single crochet. Skip over 2 once again and double crochet into that one. Okay, and we want to chain 2, double crochet again into that same chain, chain 2, double crochet into that same chain. Okay, we want to then skip 2, 1 and 2, third one over, we want to single crochet. Okay, skip another 2, so 1 and 2, third one over, we want to double crochet. Do you get the repeat pattern on that? Does that make sense? Chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. So there's 3 double crochets in there with chain 2 spacing them in between. So again, you want to skip over another 2, third one over, single crochet, skip another 2, third one over, you're going to put in a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again into that same chain, chain 2, double crochet into that same chain. Okay, so there's a total of 3 in there. Skip over another 2, single crochet. Okay, skip over another 2, and you're going to double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again, chain 2, double crochet, and the very last chain is that you're going to put in 1 single crochet. I think I'm off by 1 chain, but I just put it in there anyway. So this is what I have all the way across. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shell work, and that is going to be my repeat patterning going all the way forward for the rest of this. So let me show you how to do row number 2. So let's turn our work and move up to row number 2. So row number 2 always starts off the same way, so it's gonna be a repeat of rows 2 and 3 for the entire rest of this particular scarf. So to start this row we need to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That counts as a double crochet plus a chain 2. So to carry on we have to double crochet into the base where we did the 5. Okay, so that's like a half of a shell from what we've done before. Okay, so in the shells it was 3 double crochets on the edges, so it's only going to be 1 and 2. Okay, so once we have that done we want to single crochet into the top middle one of the group of 3. And then we're gonna do the shells like we normally have been doing before. So we reach out and we go in between the single crochets. So look at between the shells and it's the single crochet in, and we're gonna start off with a double crochet. If I could just manage to keep my stitch in there. So right into the single crochet you're gonna double crochet, chain 2, double crochet again into that same spot, chain 2 and double crochet again. And then you come to this next one which is the shell and just single crochet into the middle one. Okay, so let's repeat this again. So again I'm looking between the 2 shells, I'm going for the single crochet, and you are going to put in double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. Okay, now you got that done. Look in the next group of 3, just single crochet into the middle one. So, okay, now I'm in the between again, so it's just a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. So I got my 3 in there now. Single crochet in the middle one of the 3. Okay, and then I come down and I start again. So double crochet, so right in the between, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. Okay, and so I want to finish off this row. I just have to single crochet into the middle one, and then I want to finish off doing it like a half. So I just reach over to the final one and I double crochet, chain 2 and then double crochet again. And that concludes this row, which is row number 2. Okay, so these shells mixed into the other ones. Let's turn our work and go up for row number 3, and this will be the final of the repeat pattern. Let's turn our work. So this time is going to be very similar to row number 1, but we're not working with the chain this time, so we're just looking for the clue spaces and where to go. We're going to start off by chaining 1 first and single crocheting into the same stitch. Okay, so this time when we go to play with this we want to play in the middle of the shells. So you see a shell here, a half shell here, here's the middle right here, it's a single crochet, and we're going to start off with the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. So it's exactly what you already know. You're coming to the next group of 3, you're just single crocheting into the top one and then doing that shell work again. So just look for the next single crochet which is in between and double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. Okay, we've got that done. Come to the middle one, of the next one for single crochet, and then repeat the shells again in between. Does that make sense? It's a really quite an easy pattern. I looked a lot more complicated in the pattern than in the picture than it really does, but that's the great thing about this, is that you can give this away as a gift. People think that you may have spent hours on it when in actual fact you know, just an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. I won't be too hasty with my time there. Okay, so just single crochet in the top. So here's the final section here. We're gonna just finish a complete one, a hole. Okay, and then the final is going to be a single crochet right into the third one up. So 1, 2 and 3. So when you go to start your next round, you're just gonna turn and look at the instructions for number 2, and it's exactly the same way. So you're gonna chain up for your 5 to begin, and let me just get you started and show you. So you're just gonna chain up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Don't forget you have to double crochet back into that same spot. That's your half, and then you just reach over to the middle one of the underneath, and then all of your shells now then fill into that all the way until the end. So that's how you would do the scarf. It's a very easy scarf, and this is the final for the crochet along for November of 2015. Until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as yarnspirations.com.